KARN News time is 7:43. You're listening to First News, and we appreciate you being with us this morning. On the live line with us, 2nd District Congressman Tim Griffin, who represents this part of Central Arkansas and other areas around here. Good morning, Congressman.
Hey, how you doing?
First, let me say thank you for being accessible to us. We have tried to reach other members of Arkansas's congressional delegation, and none of whom are able to talk to us today. They do promise they'll talk to us down the road, but we appreciate the fact that you will answer the phone and talk to us.
You can call me on my cell anytime.
All right, Congressman, thank you for being with us this morning. And, of course, the topic is the government shutdown or partial shutdown. First, who's to blame for this?
Well, I think there's plenty of blame to go around. I mean, I wish that folks would have sat down and talked. I will tell you, I would have never. I'm not in charge, obviously, of the whole deal here. I'm just one person, but I would have never let the government down. Shut down. I think it's just a stupid. It's a terrible thing. Look, I think that there are a lot of things that we should have been able to reach agreement on. I think there were some in the House that maybe don't agree with me on certain points. I think the Senate didn't move 1 inch. The president, unlike other presidents, he didn't have any relationships on Capitol Hill, and so it's a situation where if the president talks to a member of Congress, it's a news story. So I mean, there's plenty of blame to go around. I think shutting down the government is just a dumb thing, we sent 3 or 4 offers to the Senate, got nothing, but it really hits Arkansas hard. What a lot of people don't realize is, and this is something we really need to look at, but there's a lot of state agencies that people think are state. They drive by it and it says State Department of whatever. And it's not really state. It's all federal funds, or mostly federal funds. And so it's sort of a federal agency in disguise, and all of those are impacted by this.
Congressman, you're right. From what I've been reading, we've got some 2,000 state employees, or employees that everyone thinks are state employees, but they're funded by the federal government. We've got a couple of minutes left.
Yeah.
And how long do you think this shutdown will go?
Well, it better not last long. I mean, I'll just be honest. I got off the phone with the Speaker's office. I was talking to one of his top people a minute ago, and I said, "Look, we got to do whatever it takes to get the government back open." I mean, there's just no. What I wish. I told you what I wish would have happened. I wish the Senate would have been talking to the House and the President and the whole deal. But I'm not in charge of all that. Look, I think one thing that was a glimmer of hope is the Senate last night said, hey, we will go to a conference, which is a committee where the House and Senate gets together and works out differences. They said that last night if we would pass a clean CR. So I think there's an opportunity to say, you know what, pass the clean CR, take up the Senate's new promise to go to conference, and work it out, because it's bad for the Senate, it's bad for the House. It's just not the way to do things. Luckily, we protected military civilian workers, soldiers, sailors, airmen. We did get that bill, that protection bill, through. We got it. The president signed it, so that was good. But this is, this is just bad.
Well, the finger pointing has already begun. The Democrats are saying it's the Republicans' fault. The Republicans are saying it's the Democrats' fault.
Well, you heard what I said.
And you said it's everybody's fault.
There's plenty to blame to go
That's
around.
Right.
There's no one person to blame for all of this. There's plenty of blame to go around. Look, I think a lot of this is the Republican argument would be the president never works on our long-term problems. We have to find a way to get his attention, or we're going to go off a cliff. And I think there's a lot of, I understand that. It is frustrating. I tell people that are frustrated back home, you're frustrated. I live this. I'm real frustrated. I live
Is this a battle over Obamacare?
In part, but I think more broadly, this is a battle over fixing our big problems. And years go by, and nothing happens to our debt problem, for example. And I think we're going to look back on these 8 years of this president and say, we did nothing to the debt. We did nothing to the tax code. We did nothing to, and my kids are going to suffer. That's what's driving a lot of this. But again, shutting down the government is just not a good idea.
All right.
It's a dumb idea.
Congressman, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Sure, thank you, man. Y'all call anytime, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to get this to get cooler heads to prevail.
All right. Thank you very much, sir,
Thank
for your time. 2nd District Congressman Tim Griffin, our guest here on First News. KARN News time is 7:49, and we check.